what's going on, everyone? I have a simple solution to a problem that a lot of people have, especially if you want to vlog. I'm not going to tell you how to vlog, none of that boring stuff, but there's a big solution in regards to the Canon EOS M6. Now, a lot of people like this camera because it has the flip-up screen, so if you want to vlog or do B-roll or something like that, it's a very great thing to have. And the other big thing that came out was it has a mic jack. And this is something that Sony still needs to work on for their RX100 line that's kind of keeping them back a little bit, even though their cameras are selling very well. But with this is it has a hot shoe up here or cold shoe, so you could put in a Rode mic or different kind of microphones into here. But the problem comes when you flip up the screen, the mic is too big on the back of it and it forces us to go back and you cannot see the screen, almost rendering it useless. If you look around YouTube, there are a ton of videos that involve hacking this camera, cutting off things, sticky, Gorilla gluing things to this, Velcro and some contraption with an adapter, and that way you can use your Rode mics or video mics, so that way you could finally use the screen in something like this. But if you're like me, I don't necessarily want to damage my gear, I guess unless you have to, or if it happens on a gig, then that's understandable. So I made it a goal to really scour around things and to find the ultimate solution. And I pretty much have I'm gonna say a 95% solution to the problem that a lot of people are having, and you do not have to damage your camera at all. A lot of the mics vary in range from like $20 up to $100. I mentioned Rode, which is actually filming me right now, and there's just a lot of options. And one of the things I found, and this is not sponsored in any way, and I found a couple of these pieces here and there on YouTube when I was doing a lot of the research, none of it was together per se. So someone had one part here, someone had another part here, and I found two things from one company. Once again, I'm not sponsored or anything from this company at all. I did reach out to see if they wanted to do anything, but I didn't really get anything that I wanted, but I just wanted to pay for it and have it because I had projects coming up, but I am not sponsored. So I decided to look at this company called Edutige. I think that's what they're called, Edutige. And they make an adapter so that way you can use your mic at an angle. So I'm going to show you a weird way how this looks, but essentially you can use a lot of these mics, but a lot of them need wires. You have to hang off like your Rode ones and stuff like that. But if you get a mic that you could just simply stick to the side of the camera right here, the mic's just going to be pointing outward. I'll show you in a second. So I was like, well, you need some kind of adapter so that way you can point it towards yourself or move it around. And they have this 3-to-3 adapter, so that way you could do that. So I'll link these down below. They're not affiliate links or anything. This is just to help you out if you want to look. There are two mics that I want to recommend. But this is the Edutige L-type adapter 3-to-3, which I'll show you in a second. It's an L bracket. And then there's the ETM-008, which is basically a unidirectional mic. So it picks up basically what's in front of you. The 008 works with these and GoPros and everything. They do have ones that work with Apple devices and other things. That mic that I have is about almost $80. And there is a 003, which is Omni, which picks up a lot of this stuff, which is like $30. I decided to go with this one because of how it picks up pattern, and I didn't want a lot of the background to be captured. I wanted it to kind of be shotgun-like. It's not a shotgun mic, but that's how I wanted to do it. But let me just show you this and just show you really how easy it is and why it's almost 95% perfect. So this right here is that the L bracket adapter, that 3-to-3. And I'll show you close-ups and everything as well. And with that, this allows me to stick this into the camera, right into the side right here by the mic, right up there. And that way I can move the mic around. And with that, I can get the microphone to face forward. Now, I'm going to show you what I mean. So this is the ETM-008, and this is the unidirectional microphone. So it's pretty much forward. As you can kind of see, you'll see in B-roll, it's a little bit bigger compared to what the ETM-003 is, which is a little bit smaller. I need this adapter, and I found that this to be a perfect combination. So that way, once you have together, it perfectly works out. So you just plug in the 1-3 mount to the 3. You have it in this L right here. You plug it into the side, and there you go. Now you have a mic that can face forward right here. And if you want to maneuver it around, you can have it face backwards, like this is facing me right now. I'll even show you some things. So now this way you have full access to the screen. You have full access to the microphone and everything that's going on. So that way you can just vlog and do everything that you need. Now I did mention that this is only 95% perfect. There is one issue, and that this is not on some kind of suspension. So if you shake around the camera much, or something knocks into it, or if you don't have it fully plugged in, which could be another issue, you will hear that little bit of bouncing or the nudging or dodging. So you do have to be more cognizant, more aware when you're using this. So that's the only thing this have. It's not 100% stable, but if you have it in there tight, if you're careful about, like, if you have a strap on or something like that, if it's just faced, forward and you're kind of a little steady, even if you're walking, it'll work out very, very well. So I'm just going to provide a quick test in regards to the audio with this M6 right here. So this will be without it right here. This will be without the mic. This is what you're hearing. It's not going to be the best. It might work inside, but outdoors not. But if you plug this in, you should definitely be noticing some kind of sound quality difference and just how kind of good it is. And it's great because, once again, you can move the mic around, you can angle a little bit better. So you have a lot more variation and you're able to just do a little bit more. It's not that expensive compared to other setups that I've seen, and it just works 100%. But once again, this is with the mic in, this is with it out. So you could go from there. So for like under $100, you get this setup right here. I think I paid $70 actually for the mic, and like $20, $30 for the brackets, so that way it works, or the 3-to-3 adapter. And that's just what it is. The only thing I want to warn you about is how much this will peak and how low you have to set your sensitivity of your audio. You will need to set it down. I pretty much have it almost all the way down in camera, so just be aware. If you plug it right in, you don't touch your audio, it's going to be peaking a lot and it's not going to sound the best. If you manually turn down your audio settings to at least halfway or a quarter of the way, you're going to notice a little better, and you don't have to really mess around in post. But I think I found a really, really good combination, and you really don't have to mess with your M5 or your M6. Let me know down below, what other hacks or tips do you have for stuff like this? Once again, this does work with the M5 and the M6, but this can work for a lot of other cameras out there that are experiencing something similar. And even if you want just some cheap little thing for your DSLR, this some can work too. Once again, I'll link these down below. I was not sponsoring this in any way. I paid for my own money, but this solved an issue that I had, and I know a lot of other people do, and especially people who don't want to stick Velcro or some kind of permanent glue to their camera just to use a mic. It's kind of ridiculous, and it's still a flaw that Canon, Sony, and all these other companies still need to wake up about what's out there in this market. Thank you so much for watching. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Keep an eye out, and, well, get sound.